All right. Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers Podcast. And I have with me today my co host, my co pilot on this journey.
Kelly the eCom on board.
All right. And Kelly and I are here every Monday to share with you the e commerce news, tips, and more. The information that we kind of collect on our weekly, review of what's happening in the e-commerce space. And so we hope that this information will be a blessing to you on your e-commerce journey. So Kelly, before we get started, what have you been up to?
Getting ready for vacation countdown, like, I don't know, 10 days. So, yeah, just getting ready for, we went out looking. My daughter needs a blue, like, suit, blazer, and matching pants. And we were out today running around to the stores looking for it. We're trying to do it on a budget. And, like, we went to, like, the TJ Maxx and the Ross and the Burlington Coat Factory. Can't find anything, No one
Really?
has work clothes anymore because everyone's working from home basically and doesn't have to dress up for work. And
Ain't that the truth? That is so true.
so,
You're like, no, I don't have to dress up anymore. I'm not putting on a suit. I'm not going to the dry cleaners. I'm not doing a whole bunch of stuff.
mm-mm.
I get it.
And I've been looking out at the thrift stores too, but you know,
No
just
such luck.
so I told her, "Well, you're gonna have to go with your dad to those more expensive stores, or we'll have to order one off of Amazon or something."
Ooh, it's probably gonna be a lot. I mean, just, just saying. I mean, Amazon can
Mm-hmm.
be a lot. Oh my gosh. Well, we are working through all of the lovely heat challenges that we have here. I know you guys are hotter, but yours is, you have humidity, and I don't even know what this is that we call ours. So yesterday it was like 104. Today is 103. Like tomorrow is supposed to be 102. I'm like, Jiminy Christmas. It's crazy, and we're not expecting this heat. So if you all are in an area where it's hot, like do what you can to stay cool. I got up this morning, took me a cold shower. I was like, okay, let's start the day right. Let's take a cold
Mm-hmm.
shower because it's gonna be a hot day. And then ironically we went to church and it was super cold in there. So anyway, it's all right. So this, whatever this heat wave is crazy, and we're all trying to adjust to it. So Kelly, I'm going to let you have the floor. The floor is yours. Let's talk about the news.
All right, I got a little bit of news. Let's start with Twitter. You like when Twitter? What's Twitter got with e-commerce?
Okay.
They're having a new shopping feature for product drops, called product drops. Merchants can use this feature to engage shoppers around big product moments.
Okay.
So, a new way to reach out to let you know that customers know that you have a new product or something, on Twitter. I know I'm not much on Twitter. I might post a new item I list on eBay occasionally, but besides that, I'm not on there. I don't really get much on social media like that.
I understand.
um, so Amazon is ramping up stricter methods to verify sellers before they can sell on Amazon in efforts to
Oh,
thwart counterfeiters. They
okay.
even like having like some FBI stuff going on. So if you're looking to sell on Amazon, you might have to go through some extra hoops now to become a seller.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
eBay's changing its affiliate user agreement with their eBay partner network. That's their affiliate program.
Okay.
They made three changes. One's regarding privacy data, and there's two other areas that I tried to read, and it went whoop over my head because it was like some kind of jargon. I was like, nope, not for my brain. So,
All right.
and they also opened their eBay Vault, which is a place where People can store collectibles and sell them, and they can just stay at that one off-site physical place. They don't have to have it shipped to them and be worried about all that. They open the vault to collectible trading cards, like if you have like a rookie Michael Jordan baseball card that's been baseball or basketball card that's been graded and is worth 20K or something. You keep stuff like that there.
Man, I wish I would have bought some baseball cards when Michael Jordan was playing. I, I wish.
All right. PayPal. PayPal's getting deeper into the cryptocurrency, adding a feature to allow customers to move their crypto around different ways. I didn't dig into that because that was gone over my head because I'm not into cryptocurrency yet. So,
Okay.
United States Postal Service, their changes to their ground services like first class mail, parcel select, can lead to disruption and a higher cost.
Okay.
As of May 1st, all first class packages are now transported by ground, unless it goes like Hawaii, I guess. Can't
Okay.
go ground by Hawaii, but they're all being now transported by ground, and which increases the time to customer by 1 to 2 days.
Okay.
So if your customers are like complaining about it's taking longer for your items to get there, like, well, I can't help with the postal service, you know. So maybe you want to, maybe add an upgrade shipping um, to your um, listings of priority mail. If your customer really wants to get it quicker, you can always add an upgraded option. I'd like eBay, you can do that. Mercari, you really can't. But and I'm not sure about possibly, if Amazon, you got FBA, so that's 2 day
Okay.
unless you're going to do FBM.
Okay.
Also, for the post office changes in July for postage rates. Stamps are going to be 60 cents starting July 1st. So if you need stamps, I would go get a book now when they're a little bit cheaper.
Yes.
And also, the media mail prices will be increasing too. So if you sell books and CDs and such, starting July 1st, their prices will be going up.
Okay.
Also, this year, June 20th will
Okay.
be a federal holiday for Juneteenth, since Juneteenth falls on the 19th follows on a Sunday. So that Monday, the post office will be closed.
Federal holiday. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. So keep that in
And
mind. So
also the
that's also the Monday after Father's Day because they're on the same day. So yeah.
hmm
Okay.
so that way you're not rushing to the post office on the 20th and going, why is no one here?
Okay.
All right. Um, the IRS announced that the reimbursement rate for mileage will increase starting July 1st to
Yes.
62.5 cents per mile. That's up 4 cents from the current reimbursement. So make sure you're tracking your mileage. You can use pen and paper. I use a mileage app. I pay like $8 a month for the subscription, but it just makes it easy because I don't have to remember the pen and paper to do that. I can, you know, track and also categorize my miles. If this is from my personal, this was business, this was doing DoorDash, this was doing Instacart. So,
So what app are you using?
um, I can't remember the name now. You
Okay.
asked
Well,
me that.
mine is
I can't
TaxBot.
remember
I
the name.
use TaxBot. 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 You can also upload your receipts there as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, TaxBot.
I use Everlance.
Okay, Everlands. All right.
Hmm. And you can just at the end of the year, you can just download all your mileages to a
Mm-hmm.
sheet and for your tax purposes.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All
Yeah,
right.
and also
Anything else?
don't forget GoDaddy is shutting down June 18th. I went ahead this week and I signed up personally for my reseller Genie because it works better for me as a reseller since I do a lot of the stuff, and they're building it. They don't have bank integration yet, and I will have to do a lot more hands-on bookkeeping than did with GoDaddy bookkeeping. I mean, GoDaddy bookkeeping was totally hands off. All I did was go to for the taxes at the end of the year, basically.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but hopefully, my reseller Genie will hopefully be trying to work with banks to get bank integration coming. Um, and with their premium plan, they do a where they will bring in your eBay sales. That's the only thing they have integrated right now.
Okay.
So you have to input all your sales from all your other platforms manually.
Okay. All
So
right.
yes,
All right. Well, that was good. So, hey, two a
it's
plus
just
is go ahead.
yeah, it's just my reseller Genie's a lot more budget friendly than
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not, their premium plan's $20 a month. So it's just a lot more budget friendly than QuickBooks for me.
All right. So the premium plan for my reseller Genie is $20 a month. Maybe we'll track them down and have them to come talk to us.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, let me go ahead and grab the news. I don't know that I like the camera on this computer, so I'm hoping next month I'll be able to get a new camera because I don't think I like it. I don't look the same. All right. So let me whoops, show my screen. Let me just say this. I have not mastered the art of any of this. Okay, so the first thing, we're not going to start with that first. We're going to start with what Kelly was talking about, which is this is coming to us from Market Watch. Kelly got it, I got it, so there you go. So the gas prices, with the gas prices being high, the IRS makes a mileage deduction for fuel costs a little more generous in the mid-year. So yeah, this is awesome. So you can probably Google this. I think you can see it on Wall Street. I think it was on CNN. It's on the IRS website. It's on a couple of different sites, but this one comes to us from Market Watch, and so they have increased, or they're increasing it, the 62.5 cents per mile. So again, if you're doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, if you're dropping stuff off at the post office or either FedEx or UPS or anywhere, you need to make sure that you're keeping track of that mileage. That is so important that you keep track of that mileage. As Kelly said. So there's a few different apps out there. Maybe we'll talk about that one day specifically and get into the mileage apps. But yeah, there is, this allows you the opportunity to track that. So definitely track it. Make sure you're keeping track of it all year so you can increase the amount that you write off. Woo woo! Starting July the 1st, which is perfect because that gets us closer to Q4. It's the beginning of Q3. So why not? Why not, people? Okay, so this article is coming to us from NBC, and this one happens to be NBC San Diego, but says that facing inventory surplus, Target cuts vendor orders and slashes prices. So, two things. First of all, they have a surplus. So, of course, that means that stuff that maybe because they cut vendor orders, and I'm confident the majority of those vendors had already like done their part because they normally order stuff anywhere from 18 to 24 months in advance. So that inventory overage has got to go somewhere. So it's going to go out there into the universe somewhere because they cut inventory orders. That means that if you're doing retail arbitrage, like you'll be able to get some really great deals right now. But that also means that some of the stuff that you expect to be able to buy during Q4 at a Target may not be there because they cut the vendor orders. So you're going to have to start the process and get smart, get strategic right now, and figure out where you're going to go get these pieces of inventory just in case you can't find them at Target. So, two things. One, go get some deals right now. Take advantage of some deals right now. Okay. Number two, figure out what you're going to do about sourcing the things that historically you've gone to Target to buy during Q4, and now it may or may not be readily available because they cut the vendor orders. And three, see if you can find out where that surplus went, because more than likely it's already been, manufactured, it's already been packaged, it's probably already been shipped. And so it may actually end up showing up at a liquidation dock somewhere, like brand new stuff that hadn't even, that Target turned away. And that may be a great opportunity for you. So I would start the hunt for Red October there and see what you can find out. Is there anything you want to add to that, Kelly?
No.
All right. Okay, so the next one is, this one comes to us from Bloomberg. So here's the deal. This is kind of scary because I would not have expected Target to be in this position, but Bloomberg is saying in this article, again, this is coming to us from Bloomberg on June the 7th, says Target tries to save itself by putting everything on sale. So basically there is some concern about what's happening to Target right now. We lost Sears, 2 years ago? Excuse me. 2 years before that, we lost Toys R Us. So, losing some of the great well-known stores, I don't want to lose a Target. I feel like Target's going to be saved. Whatever happens, it's going to be saved. But inflation and sudden inventory, those are problems for them. So there's going to be a lot of deals. I figure that there's going to be increased traffic at Target. It's going to be a great time for back to school. Like, you might just take a detour over to Target for back to school instead of Walmart and see what kind of deals you can find over there. You might also go to Target and see what kind of deals you can find for electronics. I know that in our team, Tony, she found some laptops. We found them dirt cheap at Target. And she went to a couple different stores. And so these were not necessarily advertised at that price. So we would refer to that as hidden clearance or something like that. So definitely see what's up at Target. Add this to your list. Maybe visit the store a little more frequently. Maybe make friends at the store. Talk to some department heads, some store managers, somebody, and see if you can make some friends, because it might be worth it. But again, this article comes to us from Bloomberg. And then the next one is Kohls, our next store that is actually potentially in major trouble. So we've talked about Kohls the last for a little bit. We've talked about Kohls. So Kohls puts up for sale sign. So this is also from June the 7th. So to have two articles on June the 7th regarding retailers, this is going to be an interesting Q4. I don't know why this page will not decrease. But anyway, let's see if I can decrease it from here. Nope. Cannot. All right. No, I don't know why I have this giant. Anyway, so again, this comes to us from CNN Business, and Kohls. They claim that they were no longer a department store. I feel like that was about a month ago. Then there was something else with them. So you might be following Kohls for two reasons. One, if you've got all of these coupons and because Kohls gives away Kohls Bucks and all this stuff, you might want to start using that stuff right now. That's the first thing. I would use it if they haven't already shut off the ability to use it. And second, go into Kohls, start visiting Kohls and Target over Walmart or any other store and see what kind of deals you can find in there. There might be a bunch of deals. They may be doing some of the same stuff that Target was doing. There might be some Kohls that are closing in your area. I think I saw some that were on the store closure list. So you can just Google store closures or going out of business and see if you can find the stores. But yeah, so Kohls is one of those. I would definitely see what you can find, what kind of deals you can find. And maybe you visit them on back to school as well and see what kind of deals you can get. But pull out your Kohls Bucks, get your Kohls card, all of that stuff. Start using it now before it's too late, because then you may not be able to use it at all. That was the thing with Toys R Us, is that a bunch of us had a bunch of Toys R Us stuff, and I forget what it was that Toys R Us gave us, because that was what, back in 2016, 17. I can't remember which year it was, but anyway, yeah, and I could use my stuff. I was like, what? And I'd accrued like a whole bunch of points, of reward points. And then back to one of my favorites is just, I always look for articles where they talk about things to buy at certain stores. And so, of course, Aldi's is getting a lot of attention. And a lot of the stuff that's on the list is stuff that is, frozen foods and stuff like that. But there are some shelf stable items that are on here. So they've got their pasta sauce, which I'm not shipping that into Amazon or anywhere else. I'm not shipping that in. Hold on. There's a long list. Let me continue. Hold on. Then I did want to point out a couple of these. And then they've got some hummus and some cheeses. They've got some canned goods. So canned goods are shelf stable. They got the sugar. They got the tilapia. I'm not sending that in anywhere. But was one that was in here, and I can't see it now. There were more than this. There were 9 things. So that's only 4. So come back and look at this article. Let me see, baking ingredients. Okay, so they had some additional baking ingredients, like their chocolate chips. Now you know that we're going into the cooking season, so this might be a great time to go and do some retail arbitrage, grab some food from Aldi's, and send that in. Now the chocolate chips, when can we send in? Kelly's not paying attention to when Amazon says
Not till October, I believe, right? Yeah, because we're in the meltable season. If you tried to ship chocolate right now in Texas, they would get so messy liquid in there.
It would be so messy. Yeah. But here's the deal. If you can buy it, stock up on it now, and then ship it in after the meltable season is over, you can take advantage of all those deals, because people are going to be buying chocolate chips. They are. They're going to be baking. The other one is the hot cocoa.
Yeah, I'm going to be buying and leaving chocolate around my house. It wouldn't last long.
The chocolate chips are not going to last at Kelly's house. Okay, fine. And then they also have the hot cocoa mix. And what happens at the end of the year, people are always drinking hot cocoa. And it's a great bundles opportunity, especially if you can get the hot cocoa and like find some coffee mugs and create your own version of a bundle. So this is why I love looking at, the articles where they talk about buy this from this store, or, things that you should grab at Trader Joe's, things that you should grab at Aldi's. So this is Yahoo News, and this is from June the 10th. So check out the article, and that's going to be it for me. So we're going to go ahead and transition over to our tips. So the tips, this is our 8 retail arbitrage hacks that you can use in your business as you go out and do some retail arbitrage to help maximize your ROI or save you some money or find better deals. So I'll start with number 1. I'll let Kelly do number 2. So number 1 is find your steady eddies. I call them steady eddies. That's my term. I've always called them that. I refer to them as the baseline or the pizza crust, and then everything else that you sell on top of that is like the sauce and the toppings and all that other stuff. So you can find your steady eddies. They'll stabilize your income, your profit margins. They'll stabilize your monthly, weekly income that you are making from doing this retail arbitrage thing, or just doing online selling. Most of the time they refer to as replenishables. And I didn't know if I spelled it with an A or I, but that's all right. We're already here. So the point is that one of the things that, when people go out and they buy products and then they find something that sells, you need to start paying attention to stuff that sells like crazy. Because when you're going out and doing this retail arbitrage thing, everybody thinks that you have to scan. And the reality is you don't have to scan. You just need to pay attention, look at your stats, look at your data. And once you find those things that are moving, add them to the list that can come your baseline products. Now, you might have some baseline products that you always sell in the summer, the spring, the winter, the fall. There might be some baseline products that you always sell during Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. But the only way that you find those is that you're paying attention to the data and the sales information, so that when it comes around again, you'd be like, oh, okay, I need to go stock up on this. And you stock up on it in advance, and you get extra so you don't run out. These are those products that, if you're looking at your sales every single day, you should be able to identify those things that are moving. They move all the time. They sell all the time. Again, there are products that sell year round and they're not season specific, and they are not quarter specific, and they are not holiday specific. And then there are some that sell specific seasons, specific holidays, but they always sell. So pay attention to those things that sell outside of seasons, holidays, and whatever, and then pay attention to those things that sell inside of seasons and holidays that sell all the time, where you can just keep replenishing it until that holiday is over, and then you move on. Anything else you want to add to that, Kelly?
No, because I think my next one kind of goes with this.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Okay, so food, that's a good thing to sell, especially you find like special ones, special flavors. Maybe they have a certain flavor that only comes out during the winter months. You could put, stock up when they clearance them out, and just watch your expiration dates, because food, you have to have them into Amazon about 3 months before they expire, and if once they get too close, then Amazon kicks them out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you have to watch that. Look for stuff that's maybe just in your area. Maybe you have this certain barbecue sauce that's only sold locally that everyone loves. That could be great to look for. I just had another. It was just in my brain, and now it just flew out.
Well, we
Yes.
were talking about the chocolate chips earlier, so again, I think that one is always a good one, because there's you last week. I think you talked about the Oreos, the different flavors. Those are always going to sell, and then the chocolate chips, they're going to sell like crazy all for the next several months.
Yes, and like bundles with
Yeah.
food. A lot of times, like Valentine's, make stuffed animal and a thing of chocolate as a little bundle. Or I did little cups with stickers and chocolate and lollipops, and a little stuffed animal with holding the cup of all these goodies, and you know sold those on. And, everything was, no, I was the dollar store. So don't pass up the look at the dollar store, because sometimes you find stuff that's being discontinued, and they shipped the whole lot of whatever cereal that was left of this, you know, cereal that's being discontinued, to the dollar store, and you have it, and you can send it into Amazon, and because no one else has it because it's been discontinued, you can sell it pretty good because there's people still wanting it.
There you go. There you go. All right, hold some inventory back. So, there's those that are selling and shipping their inventory into Amazon, doing FBA or doing Walmart fulfillment services. When you send it in, if you send 100% of it in, if you get sales in the interim, there's nothing you can do. So your goal, especially if you found those replenishables or you're selling food, is to always be selling. And when your stuff is hung up in limbo, waiting to be checked in, whatever the case may be, lost in lost in route, whatever, or it's just like, oh, okay, that warehouse is trying to get it together, you're losing out on those sales opportunities. So always hold some of your inventory back, giving yourself the opportunity to be able to get some sales until your inventory is checked in. Even if it's 5 pieces, if you're sending in, like, I don't know, 100 pieces, hold back 5 so that way you can still get a sale. So you'll have 2 listings, more than likely. One is merchant fulfilled and one of them is not. One of them is either FBA for Amazon or Walmart fulfillment services, either one, whichever platforms you're selling on. But, or if you're doing eBay and you're sending it in to maybe like a Deliver or ShipBob or whoever, again, having that inventory held back, some of it, not all of it, just a little bit so that you can take advantage of those sales while you're waiting for your inventory to be checked in somewhere else. All right, anything else, Kelly?
No, I remembered what I was going to try, which couldn't remember a minute ago, was follow what's going viral with food blogs.
Yes.
Maybe maybe
Yes.
they're making some kind of fancy coffee drink, and they need to have this certain ingredient.
There you go. Absolutely. All right. Next one. Oh,
So
this is yours, Kelly.
yeah, make friends. Let's make friends with managers, with uh, the people stocking the shelves at the stores. Um, they can tell you, hey, we're getting this in next week, so that you're kind of already on the ball about what's coming, especially when the seasons are changing, and so you get to see what's coming before everyone else. Or, oh, we're going to be marking these down next week, so you can save, money on buying your stock if you know that they're going to be marking stuff down. Or you can be like, well, if I buy everything you have, will you give me a better deal? So make those connections, those networking
There you go.
connections there.
And I agree with Kelly. Department managers, store managers, shift supervisors, different stores, your Walgreens, your CVS's, your Walmarts, your Targets. They all have like either department supervisors, area supervisors, that kind of stuff. And then also your non-traditional stores. So, make friends with the person that's working, the evening, closing the stores, that kind of stuff. Cashback cards, store cards, rewards programs. So definitely take advantage of that so you can maximize your ROI. Definitely take advantage of that. So if you're using cashback card, there's all kinds of, you can just do some Google searches for cashback cards. But some of the stores will have their own version of a card and it will be a cashback card as well. So decide which one you figure out has the best, cashback program, cashback rewards, and use that. Different stores have a store specific card for different reasons. So I mentioned like your Kohls card, and like JCPenney's has a card or used to have a card. And I mean, so there's different stores that have their own cards, and you will get rewards from there as well. And then there are rewards programs. So I think of like your CVS and your Walgreens. They so CVS has, oh, I'm going to get this wrong. I think they have bucks, extra care bucks, and Walgreens has,
Yes,
I forget what theirs is called, but anyway, so
registry
Walgreens,
rewards.
there you go. And then Kroger has discounts as well. So there's all kinds of rewards programs. If you sign up with their rewards program, sometimes it requires you to have the app. Sometimes you don't have to have the app. You just have to have like their miniature little, like I have the keychain card for Kroger and stuff like that. But you can put in your phone number, and maybe tied to your phone number, and then you get all kinds of rewards or discounts, or maybe even saving on gas right about now. Okay.
Yep,
so
good point.
so use that to your advantage. Use that so you can have money to reinvest into your business or to reinvest into your vacation that's coming up. But you take advantage of cashback cards, store cards, rewards programs, wherever you can find them. Sign up for them. There's also some that are
Yes,
non-traditional. Like I think there's I can never shop kicks, and I'm gonna forget all of these.
shop kicks.
Yeah, shop kicks, and
There's fetch.
there you go.
Fetch I use myself. That you scan in your grocery receipts, and you earn points, and you can turn those points into gift cards.
See, all of these cool things.
Hmm.
So do a search. Maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. Like let's talk about all the cards that are out there or programs that we're aware of, because that could be a gold mine for someone who is looking for ways in which to maximize their ROI when it comes to this retail arbitrage game. All right, go ahead, Kelly.
Use coupons. I am a couponer from way back. I grew up watching my mama use coupons. Every time we're at the grocery store, and I was one of those couponers. I had the folder with the baseball card holders with my coupons in there, and all organized by category. Like I was going because I have four kids, and my boys were like teenagers all at the same time. If you don't know, they eat you out of house and home. So I could get cereal for $1 a box. I was getting as much cereal as I could. You know, I knew which stores doubled coupons, which ones tripled coupons, and how to use them with using them with the extra care bucks at CVS and at the register rewards at Walgreens, and come out with bags of stuff, and I paid a quarter out of my pocket. And yeah, so using coupons can be a really great way. Actually, I think me and Tony have a course with
Yep.
Ecom Sellers Academy on coupons.
There you go. Couponing. This is a great time to actually get better at your couponing game because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact of all the stuff that is going on, all the challenges that are happening right now with, inflation and gas prices and all that. So this might be the time this summer to spend June and July just working on getting better at your coupon game. Little by little,
And
every single week, be intentional. And okay, say today I am going to invest 30 minutes or 15 minutes into couponing before I take off and go to the store. So gradually get better at that journey of being a couponer.
some places use digital coupons.
Yep.
That's what I mostly use now is digital coupons. Because I with my grocery shopping, I pretty much do curbside pickup. It's just to save time and stress and everything. I do curbside pickup, but I can order my groceries and use the digital coupons on the store apps to save some money. So you can do the same with doing retail arbitrage if you know find something that's selling great.
There you go. Love it. Store promotions and sales. So stores are always going to have promotions. We just talked about Target and Kohls, so they're clearly going to have a bunch of sales. And so as a retail arbitrager, take advantage of that. This is a great time to be able to stock up on inventory or grab inventory, especially as you get ready for Q4. As I mentioned before, like Target is telling you, we cut back on our orders. So even though that's probably already manufactured and packaged up and shipped and on its way to us, we're not going to be accepting it. So that's sort of a problem for them, and it's a problem for you if you're trying to look for it during that time period. So if they've got some deals right now, take advantage of those deals right now. If it's something you feel like you can buy and hold it, and then be able to resell it at a later time. If they got some limited edition or special edition stuff, take advantage of that. And just use that to your advantage. If you want to save some money on back to school, I feel like you should really Target and Kohls instead of going anywhere else, and maybe JC Penney's, and use them to your advantage because of the fact that they're telling you these are things we're not doing. So make sure you make a note of those. So that should be something from a retail arbitrager standpoint. Like once a week, you should be going through the flyers, sit down and look at the online flyers, and go through the like on Sunday, and then also look at the flyers, online flyers for Wednesday, and see what you can take advantage of, but also put it on your rotation of stores that you visit, like looking for store promotions and coupons. And as you make friends in the stores, they'll tell you about some of the stuff that's coming up. They'll tell you when we're about to put a bunch of stuff on clearance and stuff like that. So take advantage of that. All
So
right.
after holiday, after season clearance, yes, watch out for that. Everywhere. Look at the grocery stores. Look at Walmart and Target and that sort of place. Kohl's. You just have to watch. Kohl's and Target are kind of not reseller friendly.
Yeah,
So
they're not.
You
But
got
that
to
doesn't mean you
kind of
can't buy a
go,
bunch of stuff. That doesn't mean you can't buy a bunch of stuff.
yeah. But
Maybe they'll relax on that because they're both struggling. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah. But you know, you just have to learn and keep an ear down. Maybe have friends to tell you, "Hey, I went over to here and they're 50% off on all their Christmas stuff right now." In some places, this last year, we're doing 50% off on their Christmas and holiday stuff before even the holiday hit. I think
Yeah.
Walmart was having 50% off on their Christmas stuff before it was even Christmas this last year.
Because that's because they had all that inventory from the previous year, and they had to
Yeah.
get it out of the storage and stuff like that.
And, this is not just, holiday decorations and stuff. This could be costumes. One year I went to Kroger and I happened to be there and they had all their Halloween stuff was 90% off. I bought a lot of costumes and they went to Amazon and I paid, $2-3 per costume and was selling them for $30-$40. And costumes sell year round. They'll be like, well, it's Halloween. You guys know that people buy costumes year round. They need it for a play. They need it for something or another. There's
Somebody's
a
having a
movie
themed
coming out.
birthday. Here we go. Somebody's having a themed birthday party.
Yes. So, and
Definitely.
then there's also the seasonal foods, like the pumpkin spice. Like I mentioned before, people want pumpkin spice year round, so they will hunt it down.
There you go. After holiday and after season clearance has been the one thing that I would say that has changed my business for the better, year over year over year, because I can always find
And I
something.
just want to say, don't wait to list it. Christmas
Yeah.
sales year round, Halloween sales year round. I've sold Easter stuff in November, so people will buy it. It just might not be going as fast, but don't wait to list it because you might be the only one that has it when someone's looking for it off a season.
That's true. That's absolutely true. So I have always used this method to make money, and there's always some great deals. Maybe we'll do something crazy this year after Christmas and go. I mean, here's the deal. I will tell you that Walmart puts stuff on clearance and on sale like Christmas Eve. Like, or Valentine's Eve or St. Patty's Day Eve, or it's just Mother's Day Eve. Like, they will put a bunch of stuff because they got to clear the space to rotate the next thing in. And so you'll walk into the store and go, why is all the Valentines like already at 50% off or 25% off? And then of course they'll gradually mark it down even more. But the one who marks it down a lot is like Walgreens and CVS, because they have limited space. Or your grocery stores, they will mark down stuff really low because they have limited space. So pay attention to the after holiday or the after season clearance. So, with that being said, I do want to invite you guys. I do want to share something real quick. We have our retail arbitrage and online arbitrage leads list that is for sale. We're going to come back to this. And I just wanted to point that out real quick, that you can grab our retail arbitrage and online arbitrage leads list. Um, so if you're looking to find some winning products to sell on Amazon, Walmart, or eBay, and you want access to a constant stream of profitable products, then you need to grab the weekly retail arbitrage list. So you'll get 200 monthly leads, that you will pay $50. You get 50 leads every single week, and you can use that to make money right now. So it will contain a list of leads that you can use, that you can go and buy the products, source them, and sell them right now. It's going to save you a bunch of time. It's going to save you a bunch of research. You can just use that list to source from and go find profitable products right now. So the product list, like the ROI on them, is over 35%. Sorry about that, guys. And then the average profit on the leads list for per product is over $20. And the list is organically sourced. I know a lot of people use a lot of different tools to be able to find their arbitrage leads. And there's some great ones out there: Tactical Arbitrage, Healing 10, Jungle Scout. So we just use a different method to be able to find them, organically sourced products, so that way, I mean, they may show up on those lists as well, but we the method that we use just to try and find them. They're vetted by and audited by us, and they're available right now. So like the list will be distributed every single Friday. So we want to give you the opportunity to grab them. Here's an example of a couple of leads. So the first one is an Intex River Run tube that is selling for $19.99 somewhere. And on Amazon, it is selling for $59.95. That's clearly over 100% ROI. And so, that is one that is a nice flip to be able to source that and sell it if you can sell in text. Another one is just some simple contact paper, glossy contact paper. It's selling at one store for $14.99, and you can sell it on another store for $30.78. Sell it on Walmart. That's Walmart right there. So it's a great opportunity for you to be able to sell, like get a list of products that are selling, and to be able to get a list, that you can use, that you can just go out and source sell stuff right now. So I want to invite you to sign up. You can go to Ecom Sellers Academy /RAOA leads and sign up. Again, Ecom Sellers Academy RAOA leads to sign up. And why would you sign up? Because we have a lot of great leads. That's the first thing. The minimum ROI is no less than 30%. That's per individual product, but the average on the list is around 35% or higher. And then the minimum profit is $5. That doesn't seem like it's a lot, but the average on the entire list for the products that are on the list is over $20. So some of them will be as low as $5, and others will have clearly a profit that is clearly over $5. Again, it's 200 leads per month, 50 leads a week. So you'll get them every single week. And these are time sensitive leads. They're perfect for action takers. So if you feel like you're an action taker, you need to go ahead and consider getting this leads list. Again, you go to ecomsellersacademy.com /RAOA leads. And so I feel like retail arbitrage and online arbitrage is a great way to start your Amazon, eBay, and Walmart business. So I don't know if you've already started it. If you have, great. Then this is a great way to feed your online business. So using a leads list can help you easily feed your online business, especially if you don't have time to be going everywhere to source. Like, we'll give you a list, it's 50 every single week, and you can use it to your advantage and do what you want with it. And we don't have more than 50 people in each group. So no more than 50 people will get those 50 leads, and then a whole nother list of leads will be sent out to a different group of 50 people. So we just want to invite you to sign up. Again, you can go to ecomsellersacademy.com /RAOA leads, and the leads are distributed every Friday afternoon, and it's going to your email address that you use to sign up for the subscription. So I just want to put that out there, that you can go sign up right now and get your leads list. Use it to make money. So this is like the summer of success is what I'm calling this now, because as the summer of success, it gives you an opportunity to actually be successful this summer. You can spend the rest of June and July just getting your retail arbitrage game on. Like we just told you what's happening about Target and Kohls. So go take advantage of this, because clearly there's going to be some deals at those stores anyway. So again, ecomsellersacademy.com RAOA leads, and go sign up and get the retail and online arbitrage leads list. We do have our retail arbitrage workshop part 2 is coming up this Tuesday. So tomorrow we want to invite you to sign up. You can go sign up directly at bit.ly/retail arb work. Again, bit.ly/retail arb work to sign up for this particular workshop. And it's going to give you the opportunity to get better at retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. And I wanted to let you know that the print on demand challenge, I'm so excited about the print on demand challenge. I got to share, I don't know, I got to find the post first. But we had one of our people that's part of the the print on demand challenge, and they were like, "This is the challenge I've been looking for. Like, I am so excited about this challenge. It is going at the pace that I need, and is giving me the steps that I need to be successful at print on demand." So, and she currently sells on Etsy, and she gave us some great feedback. So, I invite you guys. There's still time to sign up for the print on demand challenge. You can go directly to ecomsellersmastery.com and click on print on demand challenge. We also have the eBay and Amazon mastery workshops, the road to 10K. You can sign up for those as well. So when you go to Ecom Sellers Mastery, you'll see this, and just choose the one. Either choose eBay or choose Amazon or choose the print on demand challenge. Jump in, join us. They're happening right now. The print on demand challenge is every single day at 6 o'clock. And again, it's 30 minutes. So we don't spend a lot of time working on that. And then last but not least, I do want to invite you all to grab my Ecom Planner, the digital planner. So you can get the digital version of the planner for $14.95, or if you sign up for the Retail Arbitrage Online Arbitrage Leads List, you can get it for $9.95. So you can get it for less than this price. But you can go ahead and grab it and use it to help you get ready for Q4. Use it to help you get ready for Prime Day, which we know Prime Day is coming. Use it to help you get ready for quarter three. Quarter three is right around the corner. We're only 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks away to a little over, about 2.5 weeks away from the start of Q3. So if you haven't put together your game plan, it's time to put together your game plan. Grab the digital planner, use it to your benefit and to your advantage. And then check us out every single morning at 7:30, 7:15-ish for the morning ecom motivation, our daily ecom planning session. We also have a weekly planning session, a monthly planning session. You can join the e-commerce planning Facebook group so that you can jump in, check out any of the sessions, get caught up, and help get your business on track. Again, the summertime is a great time to get focused and get your business organized, unless your kids are just all over the place. And I understand that as well. Very well. So I get it, and I do understand that. But at least you can start developing a game plan after you get the little ones down, after they've run themselves ragged. And you put them down, you can start putting together a game plan for your future success. Because Q3 is going to be here in a minute, and then it's Q4. You'll be like, you blink and you miss it. So don't get caught slipping. All right. So with that being said, I know I covered a whole bunch of stuff. Let me get this thing off of here. There we go. So Kelly, is there anything you want to add?
If you haven't used your Q2 eBay coupon supply coupon, you only have you have about half a month left to use it.
Okay.
So if you have a subscription to an eBay store and you get the eBay coupon supply coupon, you better
use it.
Order something. Don't let it go to waste.
Don't let it go to waste, people. That's free money, because all of us, all the expenses have gone up, up, up. So use that to save some money. All right. Well, that is it for us today. We are so thankful that you're with us. If this is helpful to you, share this information out to a friend. Let somebody else know about the Ecom Sellers podcast. We do this every Monday at 8:30 p.m. So we invite you to come back, come check us out. And again, my name is Nicole Whitlock.
And I'm Kelly, the Ecom on board.
And Kelly's awesome, guys. I just want you to know that. And she's an amazing seller, and she does a lot of great stuff with thrifting. So in any case, we are here to help support you, serve you, and to give you some information that may actually change your business. So with that, we are going to say goodbye for now. Bye, y'all.